So this will be a little different than usual. I'm not going to really talk about Zippity News, but I do want to say, you know Zippity News as being kind, uplifting, and inclusive. And I want to talk about some experiences that I had 26 years ago when I had hair. And I had fell into a group of people, one of whom constantly talked about a holy man that he loves in India. And I'm from New York. And my first reaction is, yeah, right, sure, I believe this. So I thought, why not check it out? If he could really perform miracles, make objects appear, and heal the sick, I'd like to meet this guy. So I flew to India, spent about 6 weeks in his ashram. It's a huge ashram. And one of the, I had so many experiences that are just hard to really communicate. But one of the things that we did every morning is we take our sandals off, and to enter his premises, it's a sign of respect. So I put my sandals up next to a tree, and it's this one beautiful pair of beautiful Western brand new sandals, and everything else was floppy and you know, just kind of almost broken down. So one day I came back to my sandals, and instead of my sandals, there was this huge pair of sandals, much bigger, that was like broken down. So I thought, in an ashram, that's pretty, you know, crummy. Well, good luck wearing my sandals. So I thought, okay, Sai Baba, that's his name. If you really have divine powers, I want you to lead me to my sandals. So all day long, I walked around with these sandals. I must have walked about 6 or 7 miles that day. I walked into the city, I walked into this restaurant, I walked into that room, looking for my sandals. And in the middle of the night, everything's dark in the ashram, and there was this one place with a light on. So I got my sandals on. I wanted to find out about calling my daughter. So I went into the hut, put my sandals down, and asked a 5-second question. He said, "Don't speak English." Turned around, and guess what? There was my sandals. So for about 3 days, I was torn. How could this possibly happen? And I thought of all the logical explanations for this, and I couldn't come up with anything. So a few days later, I was standing in line for lunch, and I had this amazing feeling come over my body, and it's like everything else shifted and kind of dissolved, and my attention was drawn to a scene in front of me. And a little India kid was playing with 2 dogs. One dog was really fat and happy, and the other was skinny and timid with his tail between his legs. And he threw food to the fat dog, and the fat dog went and picked it up and ate it, and went back to his place and waited for the next morsel of food. And then he threw food to the skinny dog. And the skinny dog would crawl up and go halfway, and then come back and crawl up and go halfway, and didn't get to actually eat the morsel of food. So the moral of the story for me, and one of the guiding things of Zippity News, is that miracles happen all the time in life. And it's up to us whether we want to be the fat dog and accept the miracle and wait for the next miracle, or whether we want to be the skinny dog. Thank you, guys.